Hey, enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language episode 678.
Oh, 678? Why did I put down
Yep.
677? Son of a bitch.
Because, yeah, that was the Patreon thing we
Oh, I
posted.
didn't realize you numbered it, Brian. My apologies.
Yeah, I always do. Yeah.
My apologies. I'll edit this real quick. I know,
Jeez.
right? I
Jeez.
know.
Lying to the people.
Yeah, it's what I do as their glorious leader. There we go. Updated for the peoples.
Sir, I think it's 678. Shh.
Hi, Brian. How's it going, man?
Oh, it's all right. My dang nose makes me feel like I'm Rudolph, though.
Yeah, what happened?
I get these. I get these things. They're called like cystic acne, and it's like it's almost like if you had a bad zit that doesn't come to a head, basically, and they hurt like hell. And I got one on my nose, and yeah, it's making my nose super red.
On a incredibly gross side note, but I think it's a brilliant marketing scheme. They should
Yeah.
have called Gushers Snack Knee. Am I right?
Yes, of
Am I
course.
right?
It reminds you. It makes you feel like how they used to put out like those like gross play sets when we were
Oh,
kids, where
yeah.
you can make sour candies on. They should have made one that was like a face with like squeezable
Oh,
pimples, and
dude,
you can dip
I
stuff in it.
guarantee Dr. Pimple Popper tried to figure that out. Like the
Probably.
kids, they love these fidget boards with the popping bubbles. What if we make them pimples?
Actually, that'd
It's
be a
actually
real
pretty
smart move.
good. Are
Yeah.
you listening,
She should
Dr.
give one
Pimple
out.
Popper? Because we know you
Yeah,
are.
she should give one out to everybody who comes in.
Exactly. What I would do is I would put the thing on their face and then just hammer them.
Well, you could also do that, I
Yes,
guess.
that's how I pop pimples
Wow, that's aggressive,
with a
but
ball
you know,
peen hammer.
right. Well, at least you're not using the claw side of a claw hammer
No,
or
no,
something.
just ball peen. Just because
Yeah.
it's fun to say.
Right, right. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. Well,
Yeah.
besides that, how's it going, man?
Oh, not too bad. I mean,
Oh,
it's
hey,
it's
Cheeto.
been
Cheeto's in our chat.
all right, It's been a minute since we sat down and
It
recorded.
has been a minute. I was a world traveler.
Yeah,
And-
I aged a year.
You did age a
Um,
year spontaneously.
Yeah,
Shit was wild.
it was very strange. Yeah,
Yeah, there's been a lot of events.
yeah, yeah. So I got to go out a few times for my birthday. Went out with Jeannie and our friend Jen that used to be a co-host over on the Crazy Life for uh um my birthday, and then my family all came over basically, and yeah, I got to hang with you, so it was nice. Got quite a few hangs out of it, and beers and different stuff handed to me, so it
Those
was
those
good.
burgers, man.
Yeah, and those
Them
burgers,
shits were
yeah,
delicious.
for sure.
For sure. Yeah, it was fun hanging on was that Saturday? Was that the night we went out?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a fun hang, man. Because one,
Yeah.
it's been a while since we've done the IRL hang, as
Yeah,
the kids
right.
say.
Yeah,
So that was nice too. Yeah,
right. It always
yeah,
is.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it was so yeah, it was good though. It's always nice when people uh do stuff for you and show you that they appreciate you, basically.
Shower you with loves and gifts.
Yeah,
and grape leaves.
good ego feed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I
Right.
love an ego feed.
Right. Other kingdoms send you, gold trinkets and such,
Yes.
as you do.
Trinkets and whores.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually going to be my next store I'm setting up. Trinkets and whores. Because it's almost like trinkets and more,
Yeah.
I guess. Or maybe just call it Moors.
Trinkets and
Yeah,
Mhores.
but
Or
it's
just
actually
so-
whores.
Yeah. What happened was whoever hammered the W in there didn't put both, or didn't put both nails, and it just
Yeah, it just
swung down. So
yeah, it just says
yeah.
trinket and Moors. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh man, let's go in there. Like, oh shit, what's going on here?
Who spells Mhores? Mhores. Hmm.
peculiar. I can't even say that word. All right. Nope, we're not doing it. Thanks, white cheddar cheese sauce.
Careful, you'll hurt yourself.
Know, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, so it's yeah, other than that, I've been pretty decent. How about you?
I mean, I went on vacation, which was most excellent. Definitely needed it. Went down to South Kakalaki, visited my parents. I consumed way too much alcohol. Haven't had a beer since you and I went out. That was the ceremonial last beer for a minute for Tony. Just recoup, recover, build up the reserves again. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Had a lot of good foods, hung out with a lot of cool people. Got, saw dolphins and shit. It was great. We had a great time. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you get to swim with them? Or
no, that's barbaric, dude. I don't do that shit. And if you get in the water down, they probably will rape you.
Yeah, well, I mean,
because that's what dolphins do.
That's part of the experience, though.
I did discover something when I was down there, though. Because, sometimes we're in a decent restaurant. Sometimes we're in like a shit bar.
Right.
And it's really hard when you go into the bathroom and you don't know what's automatic and what's not. You know how many like soap things I just put my hand under or tapped or whatever? It was a manual, and then vice versa.
Right. Hand to hand crank the toilet.
Yeah. It's like I'm just thinking like I just miss the simple days where everything was just manual. Yeah. And I'm kind of finding that, because you came over, I strung my lights up. Yeah. I was looking for a new dimmer plug because sometimes they're too bright. Sometimes you want sexy mood lighting out there.
Right.
Naturally. Yeah. Like when you and I were out there.
Right. Or when Mike's
of course.
over. Yeah.
Yes. The sexier the better.
Right. Exactly.
It's cheaper for me to buy a smart dimmer than just a manual one. How does that make sense? Probably because they're stealing all your information.
Probably. Yeah, that's what it is, right? Yeah.
It's like, I'm really like, as much as I love all my smart bulbs and dumb shit in my house, I'm just like, God, I miss manual technology. Is that weird?
No.
Yeah, it's just.
I think it's a lot of it, right? Like how many people now are like craving physical media, DVDs and video games and different stuff where, I think people really kind of jumped both feet in on streaming
smart
and
shit,
digital stuff for a while.
Yeah.
I think once people realize, oh, this may not be permanent, then you start going, oh shit, now I kind of want to have my stuff back.
Right, for sure. Yeah, you might be right there. Maybe that is it.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I just figure you just like fiddling with a dial. That's
I
all
do,
it is.
dude. If I could make this like steampunky down here, that'd be sick.
Yeah. Just not the same swirling your finger on a screen.
No. Or going like, hey, autonomous thing in my house, do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right. I do like a Switch, Brian.
Although you do, by doing that, you do get to feel more like an overlord.
That's true.
Like you have a servant that is doing all of your bidding for you.
Yeah, I mean, I do like that as well.
Until it takes over.
Yeah, of course, until the house rebels and.
Right.
Yeah. I don't even know how it would, but the Roomba is just licking at my toes.
Yeah. Oh, they have them equipped with, like lasers and shit. You just can't see.
I mean, it would be no problem to take the little, because I have replacement parts for them, because every once in a while, you got to replace them. And the little 3-bladed brush on the front that like sweeps everything into the vacuum area. It would be nothing to like just tape razor blades to it. Then it just becomes a whirling brush of death.
Then it literally becomes a Doomba.
Yes, it becomes Doomba. I actually changed the name of Doomba. I don't think Michelle realized this. She'll know when she listens to the podcast. It was Doomba forever, and then one day I just changed it to Floor Whore.
You mean Floor More?
Yeah, I should change it to Floor More. Because I just thought it'd be fun to just be like, I can't remember if I have an Alexa down here or not, but if they yell out that cursed name and be like, tell Floor Whore to vacuum. And it's like, watch Michelle look at me and then watch the vacuum go off. But unfortunately, I forgot all about it till this moment.
Right.
Oh, Floor Whore.
Be worse though, like if she's like, hey, why isn't this moving?
That's true.
It's like Doomba vacuum.
Nothing just sits there.
It's like, oh no, it's become it's starting to rebel.
just Doomba's like, that's not my safe word anymore, Daddy.
Right? Yeah.
Oh God, Doomba, what happened? Oh
Oh
no.
no, this is a whole different thing.
Who
Yeah.
touched you, Doomba? Oh shit.
It's like the worst version of 2001. I'm afraid I can't do that, Hal.
Right.
Doomba vacuum. I'm afraid I can't do that. Like, all right,
All right, well then don't.
yeah, just sit there then. That's
Piece
cool.
of shit.
I'll just buy a replacement that just starts vacuuming. You threaten its place in the household.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, I've realized Charleston, you could eat out every night of the week for months and not eat at the same place. There's so many restaurants, like just little holes in the wall. It's so much good food down there, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh.
I imagine that's probably because of mostly money reasons.
It's apparently becoming like
Touristy.
one of the fastest growing cities.
Yeah. I just figured because, like, if you go to places that are, there's a lot of tourism or people have like summer homes, you notice there's a lot more places to eat out usually.
Well, what it's
they just don't care.
well, it's like nice restaurants to like a field of like taco trucks. Like it's just a wide variety. Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good food though. Oh my God. I mean, I've never had battered and fried bacon. It's amazing.
Yeah. No. Yep.
All right. Anywho, I already ate and I got a chunk of a Pop-Tart over here still to go, but I'm talking to you, so I will not be eating. But yeah, no, vacation was sweet. Other than that, it's been quiet as hell, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's finally cooled off a little bit, so the days have been pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean, we finally got a little bit of rain, which we desperately needed up here.
For sure, right?
Feel bad for all the people in the South right now with that hurricane about to slap them about. But,
Say there's a hurricane coming?
Yeah, there is. Like that rain's gonna reach all the way up to us.
Yeah, I already got tons of emails like these plants in Florida are going to be closed. It's like no shit,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You don't say.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like, well, like why? I don't understand.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You mean they're not still working?
I did have a weird moment before we left, though. Actually, I had a weird moment when we came home too, but. I went to Target. I can't remember why. We needed a couple like last minute vacation-y kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, I'm also going to see if I could find, because I knew my parents were taking Michelle out for her birthday and we're going somewhere kind of nice. So I was like, I need a shirt that I don't feel like a piece of shit in,
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Target.
I think the one you're wearing is perfectly
that's
fine.
fine. Let's sacrifice Toby. It'd be great.
Yeah. Just wear a tie. You're all set.
I thought about it. That would have been great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although my shoes still look like trash because I still got the, dark gray haydoos that used to be white.
Right.
Developing a hole in the toe area. But
no, it's air conditioning.
It is. But so I'm in Target and I went to the one by your house. Typically don't go to that one. Typically I go to the other one on Monroe Street there. And it's laid out completely different. Right?
Yeah.
So I was just wandering and wandering and like I'm like, oh, and then I'll be like, oh shit, I need to get like sunscreen. I went across the store and I was like, oh yeah, I want to look at shirts. I think they're over here and it's not there. I'm like, oh God. So I'm all over the store and it's pretty late. Probably in the 8:30 to 9 because it was the day before we're going. So I'm like, I don't have to go to bed really.
Yeah.
And I think security was on me.
Probably because they were probably like, who's this?
Because I was wandering. I was zigzagging.
Yeah.
And so I'm back in the men's clothing section, which I finally found. And I'm looking for like the summer shit. It's all clearanced out now because, fall's here.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
And one, by the way, found a really nice, like fancy looking t-shirt of all things that's super soft and comfy. $3.
Nice.
$3. And then I bought another t-shirt for like $5 and change. But I'm sifting through the clearance clothing, and the way it's set up, it's like the back wall, their like entrance to the back of the store. And then like the clearance rack is like the last rack before like the abyss or whatever.
Yeah.
And I hear on the other side from a walkie-talkie, or no, I'm sorry, I hear the guy just talking to a walkie-talkie, and he's like, I don't know, man. I'm not on security detail. And then he like starts to walk into the back room. The dude makes like direct eye contact with me, and he just gets on his walkie-talkie. He's like, I got it over.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, these motherfuckers.
See, what you got to do there is you wait for him to walk somewhere, and then you start following them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
feel
the
like
real
this,
move.
Like I'm talking into a mic.
Yeah, like it just start talking like you're a secret shopper or something like that.
Are your sales
Or
good
talk-
this week? How do you know how secret shoppers are supposed to talk?
Yeah, I don't either.
No
Yeah.
idea.
No idea. Yeah.
I am definitely not a secret shopper.
Right.
I am a citizen like you.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I would, but this guy won't stop following me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was wild. What? So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I used to have that a lot at Meyer when we used to go late. There'd always be some dude who thinks he's too important following us around.
talking about
basically.
Paul
And it's
Blart.
like- yeah, basically. And it's like, dude, come on. Like, we're not.
We're just trying to not be home, man, and like lay on your futon.
Right. I mean, we usually were buying stuff. It was just, it's like you said, it's like a huge store. So you're going to kind of just meander around while you're walking because you're killing a little bit of time. But it's like, you're like, hey, I need to get milk, which is all the way on the other side of the store. But let's also have a look at, like you said, like the T-shirts. Let's swing through the toy department or whatever. And, see if they have any discount video games and whatever. So we're in like 14 different departments because the store has a bajillion different
because you're
things.
talking about like when we were like older teens.
I'm even into my 20s and 30s.
Because I was like, I remember going there as an older teen because there's nothing else to do. And we were all awake. So it's like, let's go to Meijer, and you just wander around.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure, not in hindsight, I'm sure like, fuck, here comes our group of kids.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're on their skeleton crew basically
For
anyway.
sure.
They don't have a full regiment of people that can help watch all the departments.
Watch all the nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I thought it was funny though. Just the way the guy like looked at me and stopped. I got it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you fucks. You silly gooses.
Yeah.
So on the way home, tiny little plane we're in, right? It's like 2 seats on one side, 2 on the other. Tiny ass little plane.
Okay.
And the lady sitting across the aisle from me, giant, older, not like rotund, like tall.
Oh, okay.
Older blonde lady and her old friend, and they were just the whole time, which annoyed the shit on me. Yeah. Oh, I'll take a Bloody Mary, double Tito's, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. But before like we take off, she's just on her phone, like and she's watching reels full blast, no headphones, and it's all recipes. Because I can hear like the AI like oh, would you like to make meatloaf in a muffin tin or whatever.
Right.
And it's the whole time she's just like, oh yeah, that looks so good. And then she goes to the next one. And then they're like, everyone get the fuck off your phones. We're going to fly. Once you hit a certain altitude, Wi-Fi. And then she was like bitching because she would, they said on the, like you could pay for Wi-Fi. It wasn't free. She's like, my phone just won't connect. My phone won't connect. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So like I said, small planes, so small our carry-ons wouldn't fit. So they had to put them in the belly. Right.
Wow.
And then if they did that to your bag, of course they did it to ours. You had to wait in like the jet tram hallway for the guys to like pass the bags up, and you could.
Yeah.
So one of the first bags that came out was Michelle's, not mine, and this giantess. And she like strolls over and grabs the bag and then comes back. Every other person whose bag has come up, they get their bag, they get the fuck out of there.
Right.
She's there for like, I'm not kidding. She's probably like 6'4" or something. She's just there for giant frame. You can't see past her because she comes from Mordor. And
Yeah.
I can hear people behind me going like, "Lady, get out of here," you know.
Yeah.
And then
Right. Well, like you said, it's like get your shit, get out. I mean, it's how it is for any baggage claim. You get your shit, get the hell out of there, so you're not clogging it up.
and
Oh, you know,
like
so it
even one of the
hurt.
dudes in Detroit that was putting the bags up, there's just like, "People, you got bags up here." I couldn't believe she was waiting for her friend's bag so they could leave together.
Of course.
It's like,
Yeah.
get
That's
the
what I figured was either she had
fuck
another
outta
bag or a
there.
friend. Right? Yeah.
Like you might find this shocking. As soon as my other bag came, because I was like, "Go on, Michelle, go bathroom, hit it," right? As soon as the other bag came up, I was like shoulder checking people
Oh yeah.
to get my bag, her bag, and I got out of the way.
Yeah. You should have stood there for a while. It'd been
I wish I had an axe
you know what?
chop
No,
her down.
I mean, this woman could have just picked you up and thrown you.
Dude, it would have been like
so.
the Giants at Skyrim. Just
Yeah,
doosh, I'm in orbit.
I just keep thinking like snoo from.
I don't want to die like that. No.
Yeah.
Maybe 40 years ago.
Sorry, buddy. In that scenario, you don't get a choice.
That's true. Yeah, no, it was very irritating.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It always is when people like, it's like once you've completed your whatever it is, it's like just clear out. Like, get out.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't very big.
Progress, keep it.
We're all waiting for the same shit and we can't see.
If that plane was that small, I'm surprised they allowed her on it.
Yeah, should have put her in a belly in a cage.
Yeah. I just think of all the stories I've heard of like Big Show talking about, you know, when he used to have to fly with WWE, and I was like, God, that had to be horrific.
Oh, for sure, right?
Like on some of the planes, he like just laid in the aisle basically because the seats aren't big enough for him.
Dude, I mean, that was,
Yeah.
I couldn't wait when we got on to fly down there. Same plane, both ways, because that's how it works.
I'm assuming this is not small enough that they balance the weight.
No, it's not that
situation.
small, but
okay.
But it was like
not like a little puddle jumper situation or something.
Oh,
Okay.
you know, like we boarded midway through people, you know, there's different like tiers. So we're like third, whatever. And as soon as we're walking to the way, the lady's like, "Oh, hold on," and she gives us these little pink tickets, and I'm like, "Oh, that's weird." And we go up the tramway, and there's a guy waiting to take bags with people with pink tickets, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "We pack carry on for a reason, right?" And I was like, "Well, maybe the plane's full because you know people got on before us." Above our seats, our little baggage thing empty, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" Right? I was very upset. So the way back, you know, they didn't do the tags. I'm like, "Yeah, that's right." And we get to our seats, and I put my bag up, dunk, won't fit. Put her bag up, dunk, won't fit. And I'm like, "Oh, the woman that we flew down here with was a gangster," and just looked at it and knew those aren't fitting.
Ah, okay.
So I was like, she was doing a great job. I'm not angry anymore.
Yeah, right.
Sure, it was a week later, but I still thought about it.
Yeah. Well, I can understand that because, like you said, you know, you're like, I'm going to do this so it's carry on versus having to wait. But yeah.
And it's just like, and then suddenly, you know, our bags don't fit. The guy that came on after us, his bag didn't fit. And then him and I are lugging 3 bags to the front of the plane while people are trying to get on because they don't fit. It's like, oh God, this is.
You just start
worse.
yelling at people, be like, "Sorry, we're full," and you know you have to go.
This
back.
one's a bomb.
Yeah, well, that'll clear the plane fast. But
might be get put away for a while, but whatever.
You might. Yeah, I feel like you won't have to worry about your luggage for a little while.
That's very true. So I don't know. It was fun though.
Yeah,
it was good to come back home. I'm not gonna lie though.
Yeah, it always, well, not always, but it usually is, you know, like after a while, you're kind of like, I just want my own bed. I just, you know.
That's exactly what it was.
You want to come home, see that big dumb head with all them teeth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got updates, but still, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Know? Right. I mean, you know, sometimes you just got to look down and be like, God, what is this mess?
Oh, God,
you know?
she's been so annoying tonight. Drank a shitload of water, walks on the carpet, just, and it's like Godzilla hit it. It's like, why would you? God damn it!
Home.
Yeah, fucking bomber.
That's why we left you here when we leave.
Yeah, right. She actually was like, we got home and Leah was at work because Leah house sat the whole week, and like Bomber was like, oh, like obviously happy to see us, you know.
Yeah.
But then the next day we got up and we were going to go do something. You could see her look like, oh, are they going to come back? You know? I mean, she was been like, she was really clingy the first few days back.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, more to
Makes
Michelle
sense,
than to
you
me.
know?
But I mean, Michelle was here every day when she was a puppy. So I get it.
But it sucks for them, you know, because they can't justify the, oh, I'll be back. And, you know, no, we're just going down
just
to
going
get,
to get cigarettes.
You know, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I swear, it's just a couple packs of smokes. I'll be right back.
Wild.
Yeah. You know, I was in the grocery store yesterday and I saw a move that I've never seen before, which was there's two women in front of me, right? And then because it's taken a while, the woman who was directly in front of me, so say second in line, she moves up and they, you know, is talking with the woman in front of her and blah, 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 to where they're basically shoulder, you know, side by side. And then when the tech is like, I can help, who's next, the second place woman basically goes, oh, you don't mind if I go ahead, do you? And just walks up. I was like, man, that other woman just got finessed.
Wow. I mean, did she have like one or two items or something, or?
Well, this was at the pharmacy, so I don't. You know,
I see. I understand.
Yeah, she just pulled us straight up gangster move. She straight up went right around.
Just pimped that lady.
Yeah, smiling in her face the whole time.
Exactly. Fucking.
Like, you don't mind if I go ahead, and the woman's kind of like, you know,
she just churned that bitch out.
Yeah, that's why I said, I was like,
God, that's fantastic.
I've never seen that move. Dude, she was so smooth about it, too. There was no, like, hesitation or
it's
anything.
like those super slick pickpockets that take people's watches off and shit.
Yeah, it's just... That woman probably should have checked to make sure she still had all her, you know, her wallet and her keys and everything.
Oh, my God, my left shoe was missing. What the hell?
Yeah. When the hell? I was right here.
I had all my weight on it.
Yeah. How did she get that? My underpants are gone too.
Oh, I wasn't wearing it. That's right.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that's why I was just like, wow, that's a move right there.
Move.
You know, I've never seen it before. I'm gonna have to try it now.
Wow. Damn.
Yep. There you go. All you got to do is just, you know, play nice for a minute or two, and then boom, right around her.
I guess I should try that in life.
She didn't even like draft her. I mean, she was just driving right next to her, smiling at her the whole time, and then, you know, just stomped the gas. You know,
push that gas.
Yep.
That's what I like to say.
Other woman's just stalled out. Like, what? What?
And he's like,
I was in the lead. How did I lose?
Other lady's like, but I'm currently having a heart attack and I need that medicine. Yeah, but let me go. I got here first now.
Yeah, I'm in front now. Yeah. That's basically what it was. She just passed her at about like 1 mile an hour. You know,
man, it's slow death. Oh,
yeah,
brutal.
Yep. That's why I said it's got to be like, you know, I'm in first. How did I lose?
Yeah, right. Damn, she got blue shelled.
She did. It was. I mean, it was work, a piece of work.
Sounds like it.
Looking back, I wish I could have had that recorded, because that would have probably, you know, gone viral for just all the wrong reasons, or right reasons. I guess. I don't know.
It could go either way.
I mean, it's all you can do is just tip your hat to the woman. It's like, that's respect right there. Like you said, that's a straight gangster move. I mean,
gangster move.
Because she didn't even ask I mean, she did, but it was more of an asking while doing it, you know? Like, you don't mind if I just... And she's already halfway up there. Like, what are you going to do at that point? Be like, no, get your ass back here, you know?
Just tackles her into the fucking Ensure bars.
Yep. Just charges her, hits her with a clothesline from hell.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man, I'd love to see that.
Nobody passes me, bitch.
No one.
Oh, shit. Things got real.
Right.
She slams a couple beers together like Stone Cold over her.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no. The whole thing turns into the Stone Cold versus Booker T grocery store match.
Oh, God.
She's just dragging her from aisle to aisle.
Hell yeah.
Got milk and slamming the milk in her face.
Dude, extreme supermarket sweep. I would watch that.
Yeah. I would watch that too. Yeah. Last shopper standing.
Yeah. Like what if you took supermarket sweep and you combined it with that weird Russian slap contest?
Oh God.
Like to get to the checkout and then they got to slap the shit out of each other.
Wow. So you already got all your groceries you're going to get, but now you have to survive the slap.
Or maybe you get slapped first, then you got to shop, and because
man.
you're all woozy and concussed.
Yeah. What if you would have had to get your luggage that way?
Oh my God.
You would have lost to that woman. She would have crushed your head.
Yes, I'm telling you, Bryan. I was scared.
She would just karate chopped you in half.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's like I know what like the Englishmen felt like when the Vikings descended on their shores.
Right.
Because that's all I could think. I was like, look at this giant Nordic woman. Get out of here.
Big Barda's coming for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Go back to, frickin' Dragon's Reach, you Skyrim character.
Maybe she was trying to. Maybe that was just a layover.
Yeah. On my way to Dragon's Reach, connecting through Detroit.
Right. As you do. Yeah.
That's funny.
You don't remember that in all the video games?
I never saw the landing strip.
You don't remember the Detroit board?
Yeah, I never saw the landing strip that outside of was it Whitehaven or whatever? Right. Whatever that main city is where Dragon's Reach is at.
Yeah. See, what you didn't know, that's actually Woodhaven.
Oh, I mean,
which is just a little bit away from Detroit, So
it's all making sense now.
Yeah, Skyrim is actually based in Michigan.
Yeah, it's just Detroit.
Yeah, makes sense. No,
I mean, it kind of does. I mean, there's all kinds of butterflies and things to harvest. I've definitely seen goblin people. Dragons, yeah, for sure.
See dragons all the time up there.
It's wild. Michigan's wild.
Yes, Michigan.
What did he say? I know they have a catchphrase.
It used to be yes, Michigan. I don't know what it is now.
That was really their catchphrase?
Yeah.
That's a terrible catchphrase. Yes, Michigan.
Yeah. I think you were supposed to be amazed that there was
like anything going on.
Yeah, basically. Like we're more than just a high crime rate. Yeah.
Michigan catchphrase. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Thanks, Google, for nothing. Oh, I got their OG one. If you seek a pleasant peninsula, look about you. That was the original. Wow. All right.
Yeah, that just rolls off the tongue.
Looks good on a fucking postcard, my guy.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Yeah. Say yes, Michigan. Okay, I guess that's a thing.
Yeah.
Come on. All right.
I think it's supposed to be like a, we've got blah, blah, blah. Be like, Michigan? Be like, yes, Michigan. Kind of, yes, Michigan.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Like people are surprised at all the things the state offers other than just looking like a mitten.
Oh, I'm doing the meme. What's that guy's name? Kids, Catch Me If You Can. Wolf of Wall Street. What the fuck's his name?
Oh, DiCaprio.
I'm doing a DiCaprio meme.
Yeah.
Someone here has a Say Yes to Michigan shopping bag. It looks like a salty language bag. It's the same font. I love it.
Perfect.
It's black and with white text too.
Nice.
Perfect.
See, they know what's up. Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah. Man, I watched a lot of stuff since we recorded last.
Oh yeah.
We'll do a quick
Go on. I started a new show, which has been pretty entertainment. Go on. You first.
All right. So I told you about this when we hung out, the Star Wars Lego Rebuild the Galaxy, which I was pretty excited about because, like you get in the previews and you see like Darth Jar Jar and different stuff. And a lot of the mixed up stuff is pretty cool. There's a lot of little Easter eggs and moments and all this kind of stuff in the thing. Like I love like when they go looking for Luke Skywalker and they find him, he's just like he's basically a pod racer and he's basically like a surfer basically.
Right.
Like he's very like whatever. Man. Yeah, but it's Mark Hamill doing the voice.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, yeah, they got a few of the original people to do voices in it, but it's just like I said, it's got moments, but the overall story and stuff in it, I was like,
Did they get Lando?
They did actually. He shows up because there's potential for a season 2.
But
he shows up towards the end.
He's dead.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Disney has dark magic.
Yeah, they obviously recorded it before, but yeah,
come on, dark magic.
Yeah, or dark magic, whichever. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I said it's got moments to it, but it's like it's not as good as I'd really hoped for. So
Gotcha.
I was actually, honestly, I thought it was a game when it first premiered, like when they first showed a trailer for it. And I'm like, oh, this could be an interesting playthrough, you know, having to deal with a universe that's completely turned on its side a little bit. But no. No.
Bastards.
Cartoon. It's a 4-part series.
I mean, that's not bad.
But no, it's not. They're half-hour or 20-some minute episodes, so you know you get through it pretty quick. But whatever. But I started Agatha All Along, which I've enjoyed so far.
Good.
It picks up right where, kind of like, you know, because in WandaVision, you've seen WandaVision.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, it was great.
Yeah. How she kind of freezes her in a TV show, basically. Yeah. That's what it starts at. It's kind of like a Law and Order or some cop show. And Agatha is like the mean, you know, take no shit cop type of situation, you know, and whatever. So it's pretty cool how, because at first I was like, are they going to do this with this show too, to where like each episode's going to be
a different genre,
like, or at least for a few, you know, it's like an old TV show or something.
I would love if they did different like hour-long drama type shows. So,
yeah,
you know, you got the Law and Order, maybe X-Files.
Right,
know?
it would be great.
Shit like that. That'd be amazing.
But they've already thrown. Yeah, they abandoned it pretty fast.
Damn it.
But yeah, but it's good so far. I watched the first episode of Penguin, which I thought was really good. The funny part about it is I saw somebody talking about how Matt Reeves, you know, the guy who's directed the new Batman movie, you know, it's like how he really gets Batman. And I'm like, this could just be a crime show. It's similar, and I don't want this to sound in any way like a put down. It's similar in that, like, the way Gotham, since you didn't deal with like actual supervillains or Batman,
right?
It could really just be any show with any named characters, and it would still work or not work based on that. You know, because they mention Batman in this show, but he's not in the show. You know, but there's characters you're familiar with, obviously Penguin, and then, you know, the Falcons and whatnot, you know, so you're familiar with that because you're a Batman fan.
Right.
But if I just used the name whatever and just told you it was a crime family thing, you could probably just pick up and run with the same show for the most part.
I saw a screen cap or a still from the show on Reddit, and it was Penguin in like a purple suit standing next to a purple car. And the comment was, Penguin definitely runs with the Saints. Which I thought was just lovely.
Yeah, it's great. Colin Farrell's great in the role. It's still so amazing when you're watching that, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's Colin Farrell. Yes. You know, because he's made up so well. You know, there's a hot foot shot in there for those who like feet. You know,
I hope it's a flipper, like a penguin flipper.
No, it's his foot's all gnarled up.
Does it look like a penguin flipper?
No.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, it's just an awful.
This is an awful. Well, Bryan is an expert on awful feet. I'll be the judge of that.
Right. I'm pretty sure you might have done the stunt doubling on it. I'm not sure.
Goddamn right I did.
He's for sure got a dead toe or 6 on that foot.
I wish I had dead toe money. That'd be sick. Who needs to get up in the morning when I can just put my dead toe on the screen?
I know. Oh God, no.
What if I made it sexy, called it Dead Toe Diaries?
You should start that on and go on what's that, Foot Finder or whatever that foot fetish website is. Start trying to sell toe pics on there.
Necrotoe.
Yeah, Necrotone.
Oh God.
It's DOE, of course.
No, it's way better. It's not bad anymore.
Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah, it's amazing when you buy like the right nail clippers.
Yeah.
What wonders happen? You know, by the right ones, I just meant, that's what I say, just a belt sander.
Yeah.
just a disc grinder.
Yeah, you can put your welding mask in and get
sparks are flying. I set the neighborhood on fire. Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I was just trying to grind down my toenail.
Exactly. Let's try to get.
Jesus,
Let's try to make it a little more.
what is that made out of?
You don't want to know. The
Yeah.
souls of the damned.
Yeah, yeah. You pour a salt circle before you do it. That way they can't escape.
Yes.
What is he doing in his garage? That looks like a seance.
Like that toe is so evil. It just lives in darkness, out of the eyes of the Lord, and thus his love as well.
Makes sense. Yep.
Yes.
It's all Sauron can see when he looks into the eye.
God.
You know?
Dude, you ever think Sauron's ever just like, it's like, all right, well, time to pull up those toilet cams.
Yeah. No.
It's not Sauron style.
No, he sees everything.
That's what I'm saying, you know? Like he's just chilling in his dark tower, and he's like, you know what? I gotta beat this orc up in my pants real quick. Let me pull up the Shire shit cam.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, that'd be a mess.
Yeah, right. Well, he's already, you know, he's been around so long, Brian. It takes some weird shit to get him off now.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, like he burned through elves a long time ago.
Yeah, they're too pretty.
Yeah,
now.
Exactly. It doesn't even make sense. He's like, they're beautiful, but I can't. It's just stuff that happens. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Man, I can't wait to talk about Sauron beating off.
Why not? I mean, that is something else I watched this week. So you know,
Sauron beating off.
Yeah, of course. That's in the new. You haven't been watching Rings of Power, I take it.
Cock Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's almost over already,
Really?
which makes me sad. Yeah, there's only 2 episodes left in the season because when they premiered it, they premiered 3 of the 8 episodes.
Oh, no shit.
So, you know, you binge those basically, and then, you know, they released 1 a week from there, and you're just like, holy shit, it's over already. And it's going to be, you know, like 2 years before another one, basically, because
8,000 CGI effects.
Well, it's also the problem with binging. You know, they drop something, and if it hasn't been renewed for another season yet, they wait until then they got to, you know, get all the production stuff together and film it, edit it, you know, like you said, 8 million CGI effects, and then it's 2 years from, you know, the point you're done watching it. At least when you stretch out a show, like, you know, when shows were even like 13 episodes, you know, that stretches you out a little ways so that then it's like, oh, it doesn't feel quite as long until the next one.
I thought you were going for in our day when you had to catch it live on the telly or you didn't catch it at all.
Well, that too. Yeah, well, that too. I mean,
old man rant.
And rant, yeah. But I finished Bojack.
Oh, right.
So, have you finished it?
Yeah, I finished it a while back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I when I pulled it up, I was I was in season 5 is where I stopped watching. So, you know, I still had a little bit to watch, but oof, man, it's so tough. Because spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it, I guess, but it's like by the end, it's like he needs his comeuppance.
Yeah.
But also, you're kind of rooting for him to turn it around, but mostly you're just like he really needs his comeuppance
For sure,
because he really is a piece of shit.
He was an awful horseman.
Awful horseman, yeah. So, yeah, I do appreciate the final episode though. Kind of gave like a little bit on everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
good stuff though.
Except I felt like kind of Mr. Peanut Butter was just stuck in limbo.
I mean, that's kind of his character though.
It is, yeah. So, but at least he wasn't with, you know, another really young, well, not really young, but another younger character.
Right.
It was not the same maturity level as him. They outgrew him, as what's her face told him.
Such a great show.
It was great. Yeah. Just
my go-to.
Dude, there's an. Sorry, go
I was
ahead.
like my go-to. I used to be Bojack Horseman when I was, you know, doing like my early morning shit. And I've switched to Trailer Park Boys now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm still in season 1.
I don't know if I watched all of it, but I've watched a lot of it. So, because towards the end, they were releasing so much stuff. Like, they're like, here's a new season, and here's this special. And I'm like, I don't know which I'm supposed to watch. Like, it just started to be too much.
How can I keep track, guys?
Plus, they were like, here's an animated series. And, you know, I was like, God, like, I get it. Netflix is trying to get all the money they can get out of this. But
Oh, Cheetos being a naughty boy in the chat.
Yes, that
Yes.
the episode of Bojack where it's the was it I'm a piece of shit episode, I think it's
Yeah.
called, where like the whole episode is like him doing something and then it just plays in his head of him beating himself
Oh
up.
yeah.
Like, I don't deserve this. I was like, dude, this is such a Great Depression episode. You know, it's like it's unfortunate it's tied to such a horrible character, but
True. True.
you know, and I know part of it with him is supposed to be that some of his stuff is not his fault, you know, because he obviously had a horrific upbringing and such. But yeah, but that show does, or Diane when she goes through her depression and fighting with, I don't want to take antidepressants because, you know, what if you know, what to her boyfriend, what if you won't love me when I'm on antidepressants, or what if I get fat, or, and yeah, I don't know if you did notice or not,
Oh
they
yeah,
did
they had
have
her gain weight. Yeah.
yeah, which I love that if you notice, nobody seemed to point out to her.
Yeah.
Like no one seemed to, and I was really surprised they didn't have some asshole Bojack moment or something where he says something to her about it. But you know, I love the fact that she did put on that weight, and Guy stood by her and stuff, you know, and was just a great dude with her.
Mhm.
So it was just kind of, but I remember going through that before I went on antidepressants too. Of, you know, what if this changes who I am? What if I'm just a zombie? What if I, you know, whatever. So it's, like I said, there's some shit in there that you really can identify with the mental health stuff. It's just unfortunately, you just have to peel away some of that onion.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oof, yeah. But and then lastly of the stuff I watched, I watched finished up Chimp Crazy because I didn't know how many episodes that was going to be.
Right.
And
Oh,
oh
Chimp
boy,
Crazy.
oh boy, that was a ride, man.
I don't think it's as insane as like Tiger King got,
not even close.
but it is
no.
a wild ride, and you know, I mean,
Yeah.
without giving anything away or whatever. But yeah, it's
The woman at the heart of the whole thing is just, she's a real piece of work.
I don't even understand.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Wild.
Not just her either. Like, you know, some of the stories they told of other people that, you know, like the woman who let the chimp like sleep in her bed and all that kind of stuff and treated him like he was just like a human baby. And I mean, you know, spoiler alert, then he attacked, was it her daughter or whatever?
Yeah,
and
like
just
like took chunks out of her leg and shit.
yeah, you know, because it's a wild animal, even if it's been I forgot what term they used in that, but to where it's more like it's more of a
it's
human.
a human Z,
Yeah,
which sounds like
It was-
a terrible comic book
it's or a great
or
one.
a great one. Yeah, human
Yeah.
Z.
Human Z. But boy, what a that's what a 4-part or a 5-part series, whatever it is.
I
It's
think
like
it was 4.
I think it was
Yeah.
4. Yeah, it's like definitely give that a watch. That was a weird one
It's very strange.
because you know there's more people out there like that too.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
that's a sad thing.
yeah. That with chimps and stuff, because that woman during the documentary talks about how she was setting up, you know, she was brokering
Yeah.
monkey sales. So
I'm actually trying to get a promotion in monkey sales. trying to become the head of monkey sales.
right here, it's a real shit show in
That's
there.
real shit show.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So yeah, I think that's most of
We
it.
started watching Chaos with a K on Netflix. Oh my God, Brian's face just exploded. Are we okay?
Oh jeez. Yeah, I'm all right.
We started watching Chaos. It's got Jeff Goldblum in it, right?
Yes, I added that to my queue a couple days ago.
We watched the first episode, and it's interesting because it's like, what if the Greek gods continued until now?
Right.
Yeah, it's an interesting show so far. I like it.
Yeah, I the premise of it, you know, grabbed me for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, and Goldblum as Zeus, come on.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah.
Well worth it.
Right.
I'm trying to remember if we watched anything else really. Not really. We've kind of just, you know, like I beat Cult of the Lamb. That was great.
What? You can beat it?
Well, you can, but you can also keep playing because then like
Oh, okay.
things happen that allow you to keep playing. But I'm kind of like, I did
Kind of
I
neat.
did what I came here to do. Although I'm
Right.
curious to know what happens next, but I need to
Right.
put it away for a little bit.
That's
You
fair.
know, gotta
All right.
move on.
Right.
Yeah, so been doing a little cyberpunk. Of course, Helldivers with the new updates, fucking incredible.
Right.
Yeah, it's been good, Brian. Life is good
Like it.
until it
Like
gets
it.
cold.
Yeah, I think I've been doing my dungeon runs in Diablo, and I think I'm finally at that point that I'm gonna move the story forward. I think I've only got like 2 more dungeons that I can visibly see that I haven't run yet.
Scorched earth
So
over here.
yeah. Well, it's so weird because when you go from one version of the game to the next, like playing Diablo 3, um, you used to get better and better loot and whatever. And honestly, I haven't changed anything I've been running around in, and it was like, well, I'm not gonna up the difficulty until I beat the game, and that I don't know if I'm gonna replay it.
Really?
I think it's a lot of it is I ran through a lot of it last time because of they had set pieces that when you collected the game would just get ridiculous, and then they had different modes you could play. And I don't know, maybe after I beat it, maybe other things open up or whatever. But it's like I'm not playing with a group. I'm not real interested in doing some of the stuff that's in the game, So I'm just I don't know for sure if I'll run. I mean, I might just to play a different class.
Right. Yeah.
Like when they do seasons, I might okay, I'll jump into like the next season and start whatever class and play through. But I don't think I'm gonna really like obviously I'm not gonna like do every little thing like I'm trying to do now. I think I'm trying to play as many of the side quests and do all the things I can do to really play the whole game basically. So after that I'm kind of like, I mean I'd be for running it through, like like if you got it or whatever. But it's like again, it's like in order for me to play it with somebody, I gotta get Xbox Live to do that. Then.
Right,
It, it sucks that it sucks in a way that I have it on Xbox. Stupid Xbox being on sale, not PS5s.
Sons.
I missed
of
the window on the
bitches.
PS5. I should say it's my own fault. But anyway,
Speaking of
yeah,
playing online with your friends, there's a certain guy that's watching right now. We all need to get together and play. God damn it.
squint.
EDF or Borderlands or whatever.
Right, or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, a couple other things happened while since we recorded last, which was that James Earl Jones passed away.
I know, right? How wild is that?
Which was man, it's always really interesting when someone like him passes away to see what people post, like what movie they post with him. Like with him, it's like, are you going to see Mufasa? Obviously, Vader's the
Of course.
the prevalent one, but it is interesting how many people posted like Mufasa instead.
You know which one I oddly saw a lot of, which I appreciated, was whatever his character's name was from Conan.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Which I thought was sick.
Yeah, I saw quite a few people posting. I don't remember the character's name from. Oh geez, Field of Dreams.
Oh, the cranky old
when
guy.
He's the reporter or whatever. Yeah, But it's like he's been in tons of amazing roles.
Oh, for sure.
Over the years.
I mean,
so
come
it was,
on, Coming to America.
Yes, he was great in that. Yeah, it's what he was always
and
great.
Coming to America
there's-
2 or whatever, or again or whatever the recent sequel
I haven't
was.
seen that, so I should watch that because I do have Amazon. I keep
Yeah,
forgetting
he's
about
in
that.
it. And he's very old, but he still pulls it off.
I mean, it's what he
That's what
does.
he does. It's all he knows.
It is. Yeah, great actor. Sad that it's gone. But I did see, what was that? I think I told you about that on the Ahsoka series. Like he signed a contract to allow them to use his voice.
Oh yeah, for
digitally.
future Vaders.
Yeah, so if they need his voice for future Vader stuff, I think they're going to use that for that, which is still
Isn't
weird.
that weird that there's now basically AI James Earl Jones floating out there?
Yeah. But I will say this, at least we knew, or at least it was as of when he signed the contract, it had his blessing.
True.
It's the ones I hate are where the person's gone and then the family is kind of like, oh yeah, you know, we'd like another money grab or what, you know. It's like
we love money.
It's like I hate that the person can't okay that.
Well,
you
once
know?
you get the Ouija board out,
Yeah, you're right.
connect with them, then you
Right.
find out.
Yeah, like, hey Tupac.
Yeah, right. I saw, actually, speaking of Star Wars, apparently they were considering Tupac to play Mace Windu.
Really?
Yeah. Which
Wow, that would've
I
been
know Tupac was like, people are like, he was a great actor. I've never seen any of his movies.
Yeah, I don't know if I have
Yeah.
either. I might have, but not. Yeah, I can't think of one. I'm sure there's something I've seen that he was in, but because he had some bit parts and stuff too.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
Obviously, then there were ones like Poetic Justice where he was one of the stars of it. But yeah, I don't know. Good question. Or point. Yeah. Then there was also in the comics world, I don't know how to say his last name. I don't know if it's Cassaday or if it's Cassaday. I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm gonna assume Cassaday, but John Cassaday was a comic book artist that he did work on oh shit, Planetary. Yeah, it's right in front of me here. But yeah, he was a co-creator of Planetary. I remember he did a great run on Astonishing X-Men when they launched that. He did some great Star Wars work. I'm just doing a quick scroll here on Bleeding Cool that, you know, talked about it a little bit. And you know, he was only in his 50s. I mean, they said he was just admitted to an ICU and then like within the week passed away. So
And that's
kind of seemingly unexpected, at least to the outside world.
Right.
You know, you never know. Or somebody might, like Norm Macdonald, where he knew he was dying, but just didn't let anyone know, basically.
that's pure Norm right there.
Oh, for sure.
Show.
But yeah. But yeah, it was sad, you know, just a guy who still was contributing, you know. I mean, not that it'd be less sad if he was out of the industry, you know what I mean?
Right,
but still,
right.
But he's still only in his 50s,
Yeah, which
you know. I mean,
that's crazy.
Pretty
It's
young.
crazy young.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's only old if you're like, you know, a 1980s pro wrestler, you know, 50s age.
Right. That's true.
So, like, I was watching. There was I don't know if you remember. There was a show in the 90s called Cold Case.
Yes.
Okay, and we were watching an episode of it the other night, and Roddy Piper was on the episode, and he was playing a former wrestler, and they said something about his age. You know, he was in his 50s or whatever, and he was like, in my profession, 50's old. And I was like, oh wow, like whoever wrote that line or he improvised it, whatever. That was a very true line.
He ain't wrong.
That era of wrestler didn't typically live into your 60s. You know, there's a few that have squirted through, but a lot of them dead before 50 because of, you know, drugs, booze, or both. Or God knows what else, like Bruiser Brody, where he got shot, you know.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He just, you know, just weird shit sometimes. But yeah. Speaking of weird shit in wrestling, Netflix just dropped a Mr. McMahon.
Yes, I saw that. I kind of want to watch that.
Yeah, it's a 6-part series. Yeah. Well, I mean, the dude was around the industry a long time, and there's a lot of things that happened. Apparently, he contributed to it.
Really?
I didn't know that at first. I figured it was going to be one of those where they, you know, they talk to everyone but Vince. But I've also seen there's quite a few people that were like, yeah, I don't really want to be part of this type of thing. So I'm very curious to watch it and see, first of all, if there's anything surprising in it, which I can't imagine there will be. Because at this point, basically nothing the man does or has done will probably shock me.
That's fair.
You know, I mean, there's rumors that he's covered for murders. He's done a whole bunch of awful, awful sexual acts with women, you know, and sexual harassing and all this kind of stuff, allegedly. You know, he's had affairs. It's just like a lot of the storylines he thought were great, you know, or funny, were ridiculous or awful. So the only thing that I've seen so far was apparently there's a part in there where he admits that one of the storyline ideas he had was that he somehow impregnated Stephanie, his daughter.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, thank God that never came to be, because good Lord. Like,
somehow.
Yeah, let me rephrase. I'm sorry. Not that he impregnated her, but Mr. McMahon, which for those who don't know, Mr. McMahon, he refers to Mr. McMahon as his character on TV. Vince McMahon is who is the man. It's kind of like Hulk Hogan and Terry Bollea, you know, it's
Oh my God. Were they trying to make
if
like
Hogan does something, it's fine.
were they trying to make like wrestling Jesus? Like, oh, it was divine. Like I would never touch my daughter, but somehow Mr. McMahon's seed
Right.
is in there.
Oh my God. Yeah. They maybe he would do it like Palpatine.
Oh,
You know, he just used clones or
what
something.
a
I don't know.
terrible choice that would have been.
Oh God, dude, it was already bad enough that there was already people like, is there an incestual thing going on between her and her brother? And yeah, it's
It
anyway.
was a weird era.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and also speaking of awful things,
Oh, okay.
I've saved this for the podcast.
Oh, what do you got here?
Well, this is from your house. You gave me one of the Fanta Haunted Apple, the Beetlejuice edition, which the can's great.
Did you try the hot honey? Side note.
Yes, I did. I tried it at your
Oh
house.
yeah,
remember?
duh. Yeah, I meant like on food, I guess. How about that?
Oh, not yet. I was thinking about making a pizza later, and if so, they're for sure gonna get a
We
little
did.
drizzle of
We
that
did
on.
red bag chicken sandwiches. The first one I made was straight chicken fillet style. Second one, hot honey and pickles. Oh,
Nice.
so good.
Little George's on, little dip. Of
Oh, I
George's
should
on
have
there.
done some George's.
Yeah,
Little dip will do ya.
I actually forgot. I did some chicken tendies from Aldi's earlier, and I should have done some Frank's as a little, or not Frank's. Sorry, George's
Oh yeah.
as a little splash or a little dip on
yeah,
that.
it's
But
just
all right,
just
so
a
let's see how this
kiss.
goes. Yeah, it's not great.
Your face is amazing.
Oh, it
That
smells.
should be the
weird,
thumbnail for the show.
Yeah.
It's like,
like there's apple there, but
is there?
it's not much.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's way more whatever else is supposed to be than there is apple.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, and I'm not a huge
What's
fan.
the flavor it's supposed to be? Do you remember?
Um,
Spiced apple
there
soda,
you go.
it says. You looking it up?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's for sure not something I want another can of.
Yeah, right. Beetlejuice Fanta.
Ugh. Yeah, folks out there, don't buy a 12-pack. Well, the cans are cool, so if you want to collect, for a can for that.
No,
But
I don't want your shit cookies, you piece of shit.
cookies.
I do want a cookie. That sounds good, but confirm my choices. All right, here we go. Browser, Bing, summon the flavor you wanna, Beetlejuice, blah blah blah. Oh, they have multiple flavors.
Oh, did
Oh, I didn't know this.
it? Okay.
Hold on, we're learning shit.
I've only seen the haunted apple.
I see above the mom. I don't remember her name. The redhead lady. It looks
Yeah.
like pineapple.
Okay.
The strawberry is I gotta remember her character's name. Winona Ryder. Lydia, thank you. And then Fanta is Wednesday, because I don't remember her name either. Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The only one that's weird is so it's just standard issue Fantas with Beetlejuice cans, but except the Beetlejuice one's the fucked up one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon a flavor. What do we summon? Okay, haunted apple.
I gotta tell you, this is
It's not great.
Do you know what I feel like they tried to do? I feel like they tried to do a cross between like a caramel apple and a spiced, but it doesn't even really have a lot of. It's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. Like a dull cinnamon. It's like cinnamon without the spice.
Like if cinnamon was a LaCroix flavor.
Yeah, basically. Because there's no real like, this tastes like Red Hot or something, which would,
Would you say it
typically be cinnamon.
It tastes
flavored.
like cinnamon.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good way of putting it.
Thank you. I'll be here at least for an hour, half hour or so.
Oof. Oh, there's one other show.
Like
I forgot.
I feel like it could be a good mixer though.
It could be. I think you're right.
Like
on
a
that.
little crown caramel or something.
Yeah, I think could be. But yeah, on its own, nope.
No, I'd
No,
mix
thank
it right with the trash. You know what I'm saying, dog?
I like it.
That's why I've had a 12-pack of it for, I don't know, a month and a half.
Yeah.
I just give it away as a goof.
Start giving them away at Halloween. No, because they might throw them through.
Oh
the
yeah,
windows.
we don't need that.
Yeah, they taste it and just wing it through the
Plus,
window.
usually there's like little kids at the end of the candy chute. Can you imagine a can of pop coming out of there?
Oh, that's perfect. What are you talking about? Like, put your face up to it.
Yeah, look in there. You gotta look in.
I got another one.
Oh my god!
Sucker.
It's all these kids in my neighborhood. The next day, just black eyes.
Your house has got so many eggs on it.
So many eggs.
So many eggs, yeah. Oh man, I also forgot. I've been Only Murders is up to what, episode 5, I think.
Yeah.
So I've been watching
Yeah, we're
that
caught
too.
up on that as well.
I really like in this season, but also very sad because of I mean, spoilers, but that Saz is
Or
dead.
is she?
Or is she? I know, that's what I keep waiting for. Is that like in the back of my head, I keep going, what if Saz is like that? It was a setup kind of a situation or something.
Right. What if when Steve Martin's character, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head, was going to go talk to Scott Bakula, he was actually talking to Saz.
Oh, that would be hilarious. By far, my favorite character of this season is Paul Rudd.
Oh, yeah.
Making his return as a stuntman and seeing rats everywhere.
It's a fantastic show.
I just love that every time he looks, he's just stomping the floor.
Fantastic show.
Good shit. It's funny too, because every year when they're like, we've renewed it for another season, and I'm just like, how many seasons are they gonna be able to do this though?
And we were talking about it the last time we watched it, and it's like they get so much star power on that show.
They do,
and it's like I think it's strictly because people go, "Oh shit, I get a chance to work with Steve Martin and
Selena Gomez, right? Yeah,
yes. And Martin Short."
And Martin Short, yeah.
And people, I'm sure, like, well, I have to be on the show.
Well, plus, I mean, like last season, I mean, she hasn't been on much this year, but you have Meryl Streep.
Meryl
on there.
fucking Streep.
Who doesn't want to work with her or Paul Rudd or any of the Nathan Lane when he was on? Like you said, they've had so many. Or this year they got Eva Longoria and Zach Galifianakis and Eugene Levy on
and
there.
The guy who's he plays the neighbor across in the other tower, but I can't remember his real name. But he's in like every.
He's great.
Yeah.
Richard Kind.
Yeah, Richard Kind. There you go.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah, Camille Nanjiani's on this season. It's
there's so much star power on the show.
It is, and I love too that they bring in these people and they don't have to be like a major player to make an impact on the show, like Sting in the early seasons,
right?
Where they just show him a couple of times, but he's great in the minutes you get to see him.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So it's such a good show.
Yes,
I mean, whatever, the murder plots and whatever, who knows? But the comedy part of the show is great.
I mean, Steve Martin and Martin Short are just national treasures.
They really are. They've got a series of commercials that are on that I actually laugh at because it very much feels like something that I could see them doing in real life. They're in a bookstore and Steve Martin's like, "Hey, could you get this? Because I left my wallet all the way back in my pocket," And another one was, like Martin Short is, acts like he's going to pay. And Steve Martin's like, "Oh, let me get that for you." And he grabs Martin Short's hand and moves it over the thing to scan his card. It feels like, real. It feels like their relationship. It doesn't feel like somebody just shoehorned them into that.
For sure, right?
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Or one of the commercials, Steve Martin's reading about a barnacle whale symbiosis type relationship or a parasitic relationship. And Martin Sheen's like, I know all about parasites. And then before they go, he goes, "Come on, barnacle,"
Wait, Martin Sheen's there?
I'm sorry, Martin Short. Yeah, Martin
Like,
Sheen's there
I was
too.
like, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
And it's all AI. It's fine. Him and Darth Vader's in the background.
Sure.
It's, Tupac's looking at a book of his poetry.
Lando's there.
Oh
God.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right.
Everybody's there,
Everybody's
Tony.
there.
Everybody.
Hotel California. That's all it is.
Yep. Anyway, but yeah.
We should probably do Q dubs, Brian.
Yeah. I have one quick thing before we do
it.
So actually, I have two quick things. I'm sorry. The first one, did you see the story that Cards Against Humanity suing SpaceX?
I saw it, but I didn't look at the context.
All right. So do you remember Cards Against Humanity in 2017? They sold land to prevent Trump's border wall, basically. Yeah. Okay. Well, apparently SpaceX was building something and they just put like their shit on that land.
Okay.
So they're suing them because they didn't get permission to use their land.
Oh,
basically.
that's fantastic.
Yeah. And they've put up a kind of like a fuck Elon Musk or go fuck yourself Elon Musk on their website at one point.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So,
I love the Cards Against Humanity guys.
And Cards Against Humanity has said they will give their backers $100 if they win.
That's why I fucking love that company. They're always doing weird shit too. I love it so much.
Yeah. It just makes me laugh. The funny part is, I mean, the non-funny part is they actually have a real claim here. It is their land. You're not allowed to just put your shit on someone's land without permission.
For sure.
So, and if it damages the land in any way, they owe you, damages on top of it. So,
I just think that's hilarious.
Yeah. So, all right. The second thing is a shut up and take my money that goes back to the days of our youth.
The days of our youth?
Yep, back when we was youngsters.
Oh, is it a stick and a hoop?
Similar. No. They're relaunching. Oh, wow. This must be really old. Oh, my God. This is a year old. Holy shit. I didn't even realize this. This was in an article thing that I just saw recently.
Ah, you got burned. That happened to me all the time.
Well, it's from the ICV2, which is a comic book industry, comic book and gaming industry newsletter. And I got this from one that was just sent out a couple weeks ago, but it was talking about how crossbows and catapults was being reborn.
I think we talked about this even.
We might have, because it says it was, now I'm seeing this and it says that it was scheduled for July of 2024. I don't know why they had that. This was in their newsletter, seriously, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked about this.
So, well, anyway, if you didn't already know, to anyone listening, this was a game Tony and I played when we were
It's
kids.
fucking sick, bro.
We had a lot of fun playing this game.
It's quite literally crossbows and catapults.
Yeah. The small version of it's $30. The bigger version's $90.
Boo. What if I buy 3 of the small versions? What's bigger?
Good question. I don't know. Probably don't. I don't know. Looking at it, it looks like it might be a better value. I don't know. Oh, I see. You just get small castles. The other one, the fortress says, so the buildings are a touch bigger. Other than that, it looks similar.
Interesting.
Because each one comes with 2 catapults and 2 crossbows.
Interesting.
Yeah. It might be better off just buying 2 or 3 of the small ones.
This is what we do. That's how we cheat the system. That's how we get rich.
Yep. I'm sure not going to put that in the show notes, but because I was had.
Bastards.
Son of a bitch. Yep. All right. Well, yeah. Let's do Q the W, I guess.
All right. Q. I got so many windows open. I got to find it real quick. There it is.
Yeah.
All right. So last week we asked y'all, what is the first food you ever remember not liking? I guess by last week it was like earlier this month we asked you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Hold on. I didn't realize we got some shares here. Anyone? Okay. So Kurt, he says peas.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of like peas.
Well, it's understandable though, because it's like it makes you wonder, like what kind of peas are we talking? Canned peas? Are we talking fresh or like in the pod pea?
Yeah.
Because like me, canned peas for the most part can suck a dick, but like frozen peas or in the pod and stuff, I really like.
Canned peas are shit. You watch your whore mouth.
Nope. I stand by it. I'm not a mushy pea guy.
Maybe he means peasness. Amy says shrimp. Still hate with a passion. Nasty.
Shrimp.
Man, I ate
Wow,
so many
okay.
shrimps on vacation.
Yeah, I used to eat shrimps a lot, but I haven't in a long time.
Shrimps. Heather
Yep.
says peas, but I like them now. LOL.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. Like I said, a lot of it can just be how they're prepared
For
too.
sure.
You know.
Pea prayer. Pea.
Yeah.
No, it's not there.
Nope.
Kristen
You're right.
says, this one's right up your alley, Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, because they're trash.
And Jody says, beets.
Beets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
the
can understand that
headphones.
one too.
Like the headphones.
Oh, okay.
Naturally.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting too. A lot of these things, that I think we originally didn't like. It probably has more to do with the fact that we're kids.
Oh, for sure, right?
Just the old palate change, and then you're like, oh, you know what? These aren't as bad as I thought they were. Yeah.
Lady Cheeto says, do you have to have actually tasted it? I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
Says, yuck to tomatoes, too slimy and seedy.
What?
Yuck to bananas, can't get past the smell.
I mean, with tomatoes, you can like cut out the middle. You're actually, if you look at like most chefs and stuff, that's what they do.
For sure. Gotta get rid of slime.
They cut out the seedy middle part because it's
the tomato
not as good
jam
as-
that's in there.
Yeah, the flesh part of the tomatoes that were the goodness.
And this one hurts my feelings. Yuck to hibachi noodles, too slippery.
What?
But
is she using her fingies to eat?
Noodles cooked on a hibachi. But
does she catch shrimp in her mouth?
yeah, right. Scramp.
when they throw you a shrimp, is it? Do you catch?
Diamond top fan. Big Dev says potato salad and egg salad. Not a fan. I love potato salad. Egg salad, I got to be in the mood.
Yeah, egg salads are right out for me because I don't like egg whites, but potato salad sans egg, I'm in.
I kind of want to try.
Got like a mustard potato salad, but not one with like.
What about
egg
hot
in it.
German?
I've had hot German. Again, as long as there's no eggs involved, I'm pretty good with it.
I kind of want to have one of those like.
Also, a hot German sounds like something you got to be careful with.
Yeah, for sure. Like, man, I got real drunk, gave her the old hot German.
Yeah.
I kind of want one of those Japanese egg salad sandwiches that you see in like their convenience stores,
like at a gas station.
I hear they're delicious, but I'm serious.
You're gonna get a tapeworm.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Godzilla. Diamond Top fan Kiki, she says broccoli. Still don't like it fresh. Cooked is okay.
That's fair. I don't like raw broccoli.
But
I love cooked
eat
broccoli.
both because I'm a savage.
Yeah, if it's raw and it's like chopped up like super fine in a salad, I could eat it. But I can't just. I'm not like when you have a veggie tray. I'm never gonna pick up the cauliflower.
You're not gonna dunk the trees in the sauce and eat them like a giant.
No.
How have you never had fun with a veggie tray?
I have. I just don't care for it. I like my broccoli cooked.
Oh.
Cooked. I'll eat it all day cooked. I love it.
I like to think I'm a kaiju eating trees. Valerie, she says homemade stuffing because it made me physically ill. I'm sorry to hear that because stuffing's amazing.
Oh, wow.
And then beets because dirt rocks. Which is pretty good.
Are you eating the outside of them? I mean,
you gotta spray them off first.
Yeah, like you gotta clean the dirt off.
Maybe cook them a little.
Yeah, don't rub them around in the dirt and then eat one.
I mean, a pickled beet is a beautiful thing, but that's just.
I'm okay on beets. I don't love them, but I don't hate them either. If they're on something, I'll eat them, or with something, I'll for sure eat.
Like right now, my mouth, Brian, it's watering because I've had this beet salad. It's got like funky cheese and beets, and it's fucking delightful. And I kind of want one right now.
All right.
Can't have it though.
Well, it'll be real similar to that Pop-Tart you still have left.
I do. I do have that Pop-Tart left.
It is a beet-flavored Pop-Tart.
I mean, that'd be weird, but okay. It's chocolate, but I'm saying.
A little beet puree.
And little beet frosting on the outside.
Yeah. Actually, you could probably make that decent.
Yeah, beets are pretty sweet.
It'd be weird, but yeah.
Anywho, that's all I got on my end, my guy.
Oh, all right. Well, Robin says chicken livers, which I can for sure understand that because I know like my mom's answer when I said the question to her answer was liver because she still has a thing about like even smelling it gags her.
I mean, that's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, which I understand because cabbage does the same thing to me. So and then
did I ever tell you about the time we tried to sneak liver into chili with the kids?
Oh God!
This is a girl.
Why?
Well, because
first off,
like I don't know, we were probably on some weird health thing where it's like, oh, organ meat is full of iron and stuff,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Right. Terrible for people with gout. But
And
yeah.
I want to say I ran it through like got it like frozen and ran it through my meat grinder, and it was so fucking gross because I was just trying to like hide it, you know.
Right.
Vile, dude. Never again.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Fair enough.
that's
All right.
your.
I don't know if I've ever had liver. Like I said, now, as a person with gout, I'm supposed to avoid all organ meat. So I have no real interest in it, but I don't remember ever having it because obviously my mom didn't make it because
Right.
she had no want for it. My dad didn't. My dad wasn't like, man, I could go for
Like,
some liver.
damn, I need
so,
some liver and some lung right about now.
Yeah. So it just never really came up at our house. Cheeto says the first food he remembers not liking was raw carrots. Says, I remember chewing them up and storing them in my cheeks like some overgrown squirrel and waiting for a moment to spit them out and being afraid of getting in trouble for not eating what I put on my plate. I still don't particularly care for raw carrots, especially if they're baby carrots. Those things are foul no matter what you do with them. And he says, salty selections, raw tomatoes, still not wild about them. How that's so weird that his lady said tomatoes also, didn't she? Yeah. Man, they are just a raw tomato hating household.
Like,
there,
bro,
apparently.
I made grilled cheese over the weekend.
Yeah.
And I took that tomato I bought for our burgers, like we split it like Lady and the Tramp.
We did. Yeah.
I sliced off a nice chunk of it, cooked it up on the flat top, hit it with salt and pepper, and then made a tomato grilled cheese.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, it was so good. Bomber and I made her grilled cheese. We just sat on deck eating grilled cheese. It was a great time.
Right. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while, but yeah, we used to do that too. Like, especially when you have like the garden tomatoes, when they have real flavor to them and all that. It's like
mine was not a real tomato. I mean, it was, but it wasn't like a real tomato.
Yeah. And it's funny because that was something I never really appreciated growing up, even though like we grew tomatoes every year. My parents always planted tomatoes. So when tomatoes started coming in that way, that's all we ate basically. We didn't buy any
why
tomatoes.
Fuck around with anything else?
Yeah. And now it's like there's such a difference in them. Like most of the ones you buy in a store are just, they're flavorless. They're just all water. And then you get one out of the garden and you're like, yeah, dude, this is a real tomato.
I remember when I was doing Inside the Five. I know we're probably getting a little close here. When I was doing Inside the Five and a shipment of tomatoes come in from like Cisco or whatever. And are just,
Thong Song guy?
Yes, that's a side business.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Thonmatoes or something.
That's very, instead of having a sticker on the tomatoes, they all have a small
little thong on them.
Yeah.
But there are ones you slice and are like light red, pink, whatever. Yeah. And then one day we got these tomatoes in because I don't think Cisco had them. Somehow they didn't have any. So they had emergency source tomatoes. And the first one I sliced into was like bright red, juicy. I'm like, where the fuck did these come from? And they're from a local farm. And it's like, God, it's like, oh, Jesus.
Like, why aren't we sourcing? I mean, you know why?
Yeah, like it was one of those things where I had to like eat a slice. It was just like, oh God, it's such a good tomato.
Right. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. We talked about that a long time ago. Like I remember one question that was like, what can ruin a sandwich or something for you? And that was your answer was tomato. Yeah. And it's 100% right. A bad tomato, especially if it's like a BLT and the tomato sucks, you're like, why is this even on here?
Like, get this trash out of here. It's just making my bread soggy.
That's right.
Anywho.
All right. Yeah, that's all I have though. Was for QoftheW. But man, it's like he said raw carrots. I was like, dude, I've eaten so many raw carrots in my
I know. I love raw carrots.
That was like my favorite thing to eat as a kid. I'd come home from school and I would just cut up carrot sticks.
Still occasionally do that. But he's right about baby carrots. I think they kind of suck.
A lot of them to me have like this moldy smell or mustiness.
Like I'd rather get a big ass like porn dick carrot and just peel it and cut it up.
Cut it up yourself. Yeah. That's all I ever do. The only time I ever use any other carrots are, like for a veggie tray or something. I used to buy baby carrots, but like I said, every time I get them, they always have this weird. And the only thing I can think of is it's like they're they're usually kept near produce, so they get wet, and that bag just holds that
Oh yeah,
moisture.
they just get gross. Yeah, every once in a while you bite
it
one,
just
it's like
gets-
biting potting soil.
Yeah,
Just,
and it's
that's
like,
the
what the
worst.
fuck is this? Yeah, so I tend to avoid
Let's
those.
see,
All right, 1 through 5.
3.
3.
Yes. Fish.
What's a superpower that sounds good but is actually bad?
Hmm.
I can think of a couple I actually think fit this.
First one that popped in my head was super speed.
Oh yeah, that could be a
Yeah,
problem.
because I mean, if you've watched, wow,
Green Arrow.
yes, that show on Amazon.
Oh, the boys.
Yes, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I'm thinking of the character's name. I'm like, it's not called Freight Train.
No, but that's the
That is a
character.
character,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've
Yeah.
watched The Boys, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like, what if Flash didn't have speed force protection?
Yeah.
Like
right?
he's running 8 million miles an hour and hits a bird, he's dead. You know?
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Well, not just that. I mean, they covered it a little bit on the Flash TV show when they developed the suit for him, because they talk about basically the the burning sensation of that force on you. And it's just like, not to mention, I mean, you think about people who run a marathon and they have to like lube up their nipples and thighs. Can
Oh
you
my
imagine running like the
God.
Flash? Dude, you'd have nothing left in your
Yeah,
thighs.
for sure.
Your nipples would be gone.
Oh my God, that'd be brutal.
You for sure gotta
Balls,
have,
what
a
balls?
suit. Yeah. Well, picture and just the logistics of like your shoes. You'd burn through a pair of shoes running
Oh, yeah,
anywhere,
for
basically, kind of a thing. So yeah, feel like you're right. Not to mention, like you said, when you're going X amount of miles an hour, just a random ass thing becomes a giant projectile.
For sure.
Or the force of hitting that changes. So it could, a bird literally could kill you if you just were going too fast. So yeah, that's a good one. I was thinking like, the one that immediately popped into my head was being able to like read minds, or I keep wanting to say it's not telekinesis.
Telepathy.
It's, telepathy.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, mind powers. That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Excellent.
But yeah, telepathy, that kind of thing. Because it's like it's like just not being able to shut
Well,
out.
you become the
things.
Phoenix.
Right. Or sometimes you hear someone's thought that you hear something you shouldn't have heard, kind of a thing, and you can't unhear it, basically. So yeah, and then also like invisibility, because I just feel like everybody who's like, I would take invisibility, it's like I just feel like I immediately want to go, you're a creep.
Well, I mean, invisibility too, because how your eye works. Now you're blind.
Yeah,
mean,
right. Yeah,
Your eye doesn't work now. Good
Right.
job.
right. Exactly. God, that was
Yeah, it was, I want to be invisible. Oh God, I can't
Yeah.
see. We can't see
Yeah.
you. Oh God.
you can't. Yeah, you can't see me. It's like, well, you can't see me either.
I mean, the best part about being invisible, just if you could see, and it would just be like I could just be naked all the time. This is great.
Yeah,
So freeing,
right.
but yeah, also
Till you
creepy.
forget. Yeah, but yeah, I just keep thinking of what's that Kevin Bacon
Hollow
movie?
Man.
Hollow Man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they decided to take the Invisible Man and make him into a straight up creep.
Or what about the Invisible Man from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Not the shitty movie, but the comic book.
Yes.
Yeah, when that guy was
Yeah.
a ghoul, and boy, did Mr. Hyde straighten him out.
Yeah. So true. Yeah. So all right. So there you go. The question again is, what's a superpower that sounds good but is actually bad? I feel like probably any superpower, like when you really start putting logic against it, becomes way worse than it would be otherwise.
Right.
Like, poor Wolverine. Can you imagine every time he goes through a damn airport, he goes through a metal detector and they're like, sir, we're going to need, he's like,
Oh, dude, if I
know?
was Wolverine, for sure I'm getting TSA pre-check.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm an X-Men. Can I just get a badge or something for that? Like, look, I'm a freak. Or Colossus. At least Colossus can, go back to regular skin.
Yeah, but then he's Russian.
Well, I know. But what are you
What
gonna
are you
do?
gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck though. Yeah, and like super strength too, because you don't know when you're gonna of mice and men somebody on accident.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I actually think The Boys is a good way to look at some of this, because The Boys and what's the spinoff of The Boys, Gen V.
Oh yeah.
They show people as they're trying to figure out their powers, and they don't kind of PG it the way like Marvel and DC do in their comics.
Yeah, no, it's people are getting annihilated.
Yeah. Like Homelander's son, when the guy's like, "Go ahead and or throw me," or whatever, it's like, "I can take it." It's like, okay. It's like this kid. It's a kid with superpower, and he doesn't understand how strong he is. It's like, yeesh, And the proof of that in real life is if you see a dude like Brock Lesnar, because there was a gimmick that they did one night on Raw where he was supposed to tear a car door off. He did that, and he just threw the door, and he threw it so far it bounced, and pieces of it bounced into the crowd.
Jeez, what a gorilla.
Yeah. Because he's so strong that it's like, I don't even know if he fully understands how strong he really is, right? Like, so, because he's just freakishly strong.
Oh my God.
So I think that kind of shows how easily he almost could have killed somebody, basically, with a car door.
You know what? All I want to see now is like when he retires, they just cut out and he's just like standing outside a stadium, cue Hulk music, and he's trying to he just starts walking on the road. Do, 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 do. That'd be grand.
It really kind of feels like it might be there finally, because he was for sure a Vince McMahon guy. And with Vince not being any part of WWE anymore, they haven't brought Brock back yet. I don't know if they will, because Brock was sort of named in one of the things that, some of the deviant behavior that Vince did. So I don't know if WWE will, and at some point you go, do we need this guy?
I imagine Vince was up on his shoulders nude, and Brock was just dressed like Master Blaster from Thunderdome.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably right after Raw went off the air. That was pretty much, that was in the back.
Exactly.
Yeah, once Vince took the headset off, he just immediately tears off the suit.
Put on your leathers, Brock.
Yep.
It's time to go to Thunderdome. Just one tear.
Yeah. And he's like, it's like, well, it was a $20 million a year contract.
Exactly. See,
you knew you weren't gonna like all of it.
It's the littering American Indian crying, but just in like S&M gear.
Yeah. Oh. God. It's terrifying.
Yeah, a little bit. I love it though.
All right.
On that note,
there you go. Yeah. Head over to saltylanguage.com. You can find the links from this episode. You can also find a link to tangentboundnetwork.com, the home of the network that we're part of. If you're looking for a home for your show, go check them out. And if you happen to talk to Mark, what do you got for Mark? Yeah. Tell him it's time for the leathers.
Yeah, exactly. Get your leathers on, Mark.
Oh my. So you're sitting on his shoulders,
Hell
dude?
Yeah. I'm going to swipe this Pop-Tart like a credit card.
Oh no, right betwixt them cheeks.
Well, yeah, I only buy assless leathers, duh.
Yeah, well, from asslessleathers.com.
It's probably a website, honestly.
Yeah, it'd be kind of a weird store.
It would be, wouldn't it?
I feel like for sure you have to have blacked out windows and stuff. Because can I try these on?
No. You try them, you bought them.
Yeah, basically. There's a firm no return policy.
Yeah, big time.
Very firm.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Oh my. Oh shit. Yeah. If you want to reach out to us on social media, you can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me on various social medias at Stu.
You can find me at Instagram at The Monotony. You can find us on TikTok at Salty Language. I do that account. Excuse me. Patreon.com/Salty Language for all your Salty Language needs. There's lots of bonus content. I got the hiccups also. Lots of bonus content there. For a low, low cost of $3 a month, less than a Starbucks, you too can enjoy many more tales of assless chaps and greased up muscle men.
We talking about wrestling?
Apparently. And Bryan, what's
Huh?
your assless chaps?
Yeah, me and Heno do a podcast about assless chaps, actually.
perfect.
We actually call it assless chaps. Chaps meaning two lads like us. Neither of us has an ass. It's a
I love this. I love this.
No, we have a podcast called The Crazy Life, which does not generally include assless chaps
The
talk.
assless chaps.
That'd be great. Just get two guys that have literally just flat, just no asses, and that's
like they're just waist down, nothing.
yeah. Uh-oh. Like eunuchs?
No, like
They're just
bobbers,
legs?
you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, the other podcast is called The Crazy Life, where Heno and I talk about mental health stuff, our journeys in life, recovery, addiction, all that kind of stuff. So if you're into that, please give us a listen. Again, probably very little assless chaps talk over there.
Well, not until the next episode.
Yeah. I won't say none. Because you never know. But generally.
God, I just want to see like some sort of shirt or something. The assless chaps. Just two fancy men wearing assless chaps. I love it so much.
Got like a tuxedo upper and then assless chaps
lowers. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow, it's funny.
What'd be great is it's a front and back t-shirt. The front, it just looks normal. The back,
cheeks out.
Cheeks out, baby.
Yeah, cheeks out.
Oh, jeez. Oh my.
Much like Cheetos carrot cheek. Cheeks out.
Cheeks out. Yep. All right. Well, until next time. Have a beer. You'll be fine.
Wow. Yeah. Stay assless, everybody. I guess. I don't know.